Hello everyone. It's day 3 of my 10 days challenge. So it's the third day, and today I've prepared for you a very interesting topic, which I'm sure everybody loves and everybody is interested in. I'm especially very interested in, and the topic is about abundance. Abundance in every form that we can imagine in our life. So what we're gonna do today, I'm just gonna talk to you about form of abundance. I'm gonna talk to you about what is the mindset of the poor people, what is the mindset of the rich people. We're gonna talk through about some limiting beliefs that you might have had, and I'm gonna challenge you to discover them. To write them down, and it will be great if you have pen and paper on the side for you. And then at the end we're going to do a meditation where we're going to break the loyalty towards poverty, and I'm gonna tell you how our childhood and whatever we have experienced as children is actually impacting our life now in terms of abundance. And also I'm going to talk to you how the challenges and the poverty that our ancestors have experienced, how is that affecting our life? And we might have been loyal towards this poverty. And we can help ourselves with family constellations. Even though it says family constellations, actually we can do constellations on anything. We can do constellations on our businesses, our money, our money mindset, and everything that you can think of in terms of money. So it's not only focused towards the family. So we just need to realize how broad that could be. And I can help you with that too, of course, if you want to work on one-to-one session. So also there will be another challenge for you actually, and this challenge will be whoever shares this video the most, and it reaches more shares from one person, I am going to give you a free session of family constellations or a free session of Matrix of Success. So we're gonna have 2 winners. One of them will win a session of constellation, the other one will win a session of Matrix of Success. In order, the Matrix is a numerology where we're gonna be looking at your mission, your money flow. Of course, we've got money flow there, and love life, and your mission in general on this earth as a person. So let's start with the topic of abundance. And the first question I'm going to ask you is, what is abundance for you? What does it represent? How do you understand abundance? How do you understand money? What is it for you? Is it only material things? Is it only luxury life? Is it only a high standard of living? What for you means abundance? Or maybe it's a deep connection or having lots of love in your life. What does it mean for you? So let's say, for example, do you see the abundance around you? Do you see it in nature, for example? Do you see it as the sun shining? This is so abundant for us. Do you see how the whole earth is so abundant of everything that we need actually in order for us to live and to be happy and healthy and everything like that? Or is material things? Or maybe you're rejecting it and you're thinking, oh, being wanting more money, wanting more abundance, actually it means you're a very greedy person, right? So it could be that as well. So what exactly is that for you? So if you can write that down in your notebook, what is abundance for you? You might write a few things. And from there, I'm going to go through the money mindset, or actually the mindset of rich people and poor people. And I'm going to give you 3 examples of poor people, and poor mindset. So here also doesn't apply exactly your status, doesn't apply how much money you have in your bank account. You might have lots of money, but you still have the poor mindset. You might don't have much money in your bank account, but you still might have a rich mindset. That doesn't mean that doesn't actually describe your status, but that could be your mindset, and that could also give you an idea that you have lots of potential to be rich, right? So let's say you don't have much money in your bank account, but you have a rich mindset, and then you might do something with that. You might have an ideas after this video, after watching this video. So the first thing between poor people and rich people is that poor people, they procrastinate. Okay, so they leave everything for tomorrow, they leave everything for for the next day, or I'm gonna do it another time, or something like this. So what actually rich people do, they don't leave something for the next day or something. And here I want to mention something very important. Sometimes we don't need to complete everything that we think is very important for us, because sometimes we might have different priorities, right? And something might be more important than something else. So here is very important to look at our priorities. What is most important for you today to be finished and to be complete? But we are talking in general constantly. If you are living in this procrastinating mode, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and you never do it. You don't complete things. You begin something and then you don't complete it, We don't talk, we're not talking about things that they're your priorities or something like this. So sometimes you decided to do something more important than what you think. So it's very important to see the difference. And then what rich people do, they know their priorities and they do the most important things. They don't overflow themselves with lots of tasks and things like that. Or if sometimes something is very important for them to do, they might hire somebody else to do it, right? Then we go to the second mindset is poor people are always the victim. Have you noticed that poor people always will blame the boss, always will blame everything is so expensive, always will blame, oh, rich people, they're so greedy, they have everything, and and that's why we need to be slaves, we need to be in this mode of slavery, you might have this mindset, you might be in this mode, and if you're in this mode, you're in a very low vibration, So here you need to be able to raise above this. You need to tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna take responsibility of my life, even though I'm not, maybe you're not in the position where you would like to be. That's where I am. You accept the moment, you accept where you are, and then from there you will see what you can do from here to change the situation, But if you are like, oh, moany, and you blame things on everybody else, oh, I blame it on my parents because they weren't very rich, they didn't give me a good example, or my parents were very stingy, they didn't give me much money and things like that, or oh, my parents always hide it from me that we are rich, or something like this. I even had somebody like that, they said, oh, my parents hide from me that they're rich and they lived in an amazing house with a pool in it and things like that. And I'm like, but didn't you see, kind of thing. But even if you were like this, you still have the vibration, you still have the mindset, you know where the money are, like you're a trained dog, you know how to smell them, you know how to find them, you know what's a high quality, right? So these kind of things also are a good sign for you, and that's how you can attract more money in your life. And then we have the third thing that poor people have. They think they always try to do things by themselves. So for example, no matter if they're a specialist or not, they decide, oh, I'm gonna, which is not a bad thing. They might find out something that they're good at and then make money out of it, but they try to do everything by themselves. They don't hire a specialist, and then things don't look very professional, things don't look very, they look a bit not good, but they still they just gonna do them themselves. And what is the difference between poor people and rich people? Rich people are going to hire somebody because they know they're gonna pay a certain amount of money, but they know the work will be done, will be good, will be professional, and that's how they go forward a bit faster, right? So for example, you're deciding to have your business, and you might be a coach even, or you might be I don't know, having business about something else, let's say beauty, or what else it could be. I don't know, photography, and then you don't have this motivation, this drive, and then you, oh no, I'm gonna motivate myself, I'm gonna do it myself, and you don't hire a coach or somebody to motivate you and to help you. Or for example, what happens very often with my clients is that, you know, I try to tell them some theory about you know, what's going on in their mind and things like this, and they're like, no, don't tell me, you know, I've read all the books, you know, I know. And actually I was one of those. I was one that I would be like, I'm gonna do it myself, you know, this self-development thing is all in control, I'm gonna do it myself. And I would read tons of books, I would watch everything that is free out there, and I would not have much progress, you know. I would still feel heavy in my chest, I would still feel my back hurting, I would still, you know, feel really low from time to time. One day I'm up, one day I'm down, and things like that. And then I decided, no, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the work with somebody who is professional, who knows what he's doing. And that's what I did, and you know, that was the best decision in my life that I ever get. So if you guys are in this moment and you're trying to do everything on your own, you know, first, you know, it's a sign that you have a poor mindset, and second, you can still change it. You can say, okay, from now on, you know, I've been struggling to do this on my own, I cannot do it anymore, it takes too much time, too much energy from me, I'm struggling, it's so difficult, and I cannot do it. And then you hire somebody who can do it and is professional. You search, you know, you search the market. Don't go for the first one, of course, you know, try to listen to your intuition and things like that, and then pick somebody. And that's why rich people, they progress faster, because they hire somebody who is good at what they're doing, you know. That's why we all have different jobs. That's why God made us to do different things, you know. Somebody will be a great waiter, somebody will be a great coach, somebody will be a great singer, somebody will be a great I don't know, what else you could be, a builder, for example. Somebody could be very specific in making certain things, somebody will be a great painter, you know. And that's why we all have different you know, different abilities and different gifts from God. That's why we pay each other, we do the exchange, and you know, that's how we can do it. Also, I've read a story, somebody was saying, oh, you know, I wasn't charging money for what I was doing, and I decided, you know, God is going to, you know, praise me somehow and things like that, until my child came and you know, with crying eyes said, can you buy something which was very necessary for them? And she could say, she said, no, you know, we can't. And this is because she was thinking in her mind, oh, if I charge people for this, they would think I'm very greedy, or you know, I cannot charge for let's say spiritual work or something like this. But actually this is a way of exchanging. And if we think that money are dirty, and then I'm slowly going into the next topic, which is about you know, what are actually our limiting beliefs in order to have money, to have abundance in our life. And you know, money, abundance and things like that is not only in terms of materialistic things. It's not only about you know, having a high standard, or having very expensive clothes, or very expensive bag, or things like that. It's also having opportunities in life, attracting people in life, the right people who are gonna come, you know. And if you're in this state of abundance, this high state of energy, of flow, you're gonna be able to attract all of this. But if you are rejecting the help of the universe, this is going to be very big blockage for you, you know. You're not going to be able to attract all of those things, and you will be like, but why is it happening like this? Why is it? And then you go into the victim mode, and then, you know, all the circle begins from the beginning. You know, you can see how things are overlapping one after each other. And then when we go into our mind, you know, limiting beliefs about money, this is a very key thing about that. So first I want to ask you, what was the environment that you grew up when you were a child? Did you have money? You know, did your parents live wealthy? Or sometimes it could be not only physically having money, because, you know, if you think back in the time, money wasn't that much of a thing. After that it became, because in some countries maybe most of the people had most of the things they needed to eat. Maybe money or a way of exchanging things was, you know, for example, your granddad was somebody who would grew some sort of plants and things like that, and they would sell them and they would give them to somebody else, and they, you know, whoever was there. Because back in the times, people, the way of exchanging and actually paying back wasn't by money, it was by you know, let's say somebody did you a favor and you are doing them a favor, or somebody you know, let's say they gave you tomatoes and you give them cucumbers, or something like this, you know. So this could be also a way of being wealthy, a way of being having enough money, or maybe you had enough food to eat, or maybe you didn't, maybe you suffered, you know. There was many countries which they suffered from starvation, and you know, food had become very important thing in people's lives, you know, and they, you know, there's signs of it, and it's good to work on this kind of things, because this is all in our mindset. If we switch this, if you remove this limiting belief, and if you have this calmness in you, you know, for example, the food will be always given to me, I'll always have enough food in my life, and things like that. This is also a way of abundance. The way is how we treat this, how we treat the money, how we treat the abundance in our life. Do we attract it? Do we even allow it to happen in our life? Because sometimes we'll be like, oh, I'm gonna play small. And also money and abundance is also related to taking responsibility. You know, if we go back to the mindset of poor people and rich people, we go, you know, that poor people, they can't do things by themselves, and also they're always a victim. So that means they don't take responsibility of their life. But rich people, they do take responsibility of their life, right? So if you you know, if you decide, okay, I'm taking responsibility of my life, let me write down what kind of limiting beliefs I have towards my business. My business is not going the way I wanted. Why do I have these limiting beliefs, right? This is the first thing. The second thing you can do, what kind of limiting beliefs I have. So for example, maybe I'm not educated enough to control a big amount of money. So that's why your money flow, your receptive circle, let's say, or receptiveness, it's very small, you know, it's not big, it's small. So you're limiting yourself. Okay, so let's say this is like a filter and you're not allowing much money to come. They might want to come, but people will feel it. People will feel the energy around it, you know. Maybe you want to charge a bigger amount of money and people are not giving it to you, you know. They might be trying to negotiate and you're like, why people are trying to negotiate, you know, what is happening? And it's because you are not trying, you don't want to, you're filtering this, and you're attracting this kind of people. And let's say, okay, do you know what kind of clients you want to attract in this sense? You want them to pay you easily, you want to have a high-end client, or you want to have, you know, a normal client, you want to help to the like normal is not the right word, you know, to a different status, you know, people who have a different status of life. You know, what kind of clients do you want to attract? You know, for example, sometimes when your price is too low, and let's say you have reached your energy is different, and it had changed it, and you are giving a good quality of service, or you know, and even if you're selling something as an item, sometimes what I have noticed as well, when I'm buying something, let's say is an item, so when I want to buy or a product or something, is not actually the product I'm buying, because this same product I can buy it from more places than one, right? And sometimes it doesn't matter about the price, but the attitude and the you know, the way that this person treats me, you know. If they show me that I'm I don't know, maybe special, or they do it with care or something like this, and then I'm like, or this person understands me, or this person connects with me heart to heart, then I'm like, I'm gonna buy it from this person. And maybe it's a bit more expensive than from the other one, but I didn't like the way this other person treated me. So, you know, we don't buy this, we buy actually the care, the connection that people have. And that's why it's so important when we work with our business, you know, if it's something that we love doing, we don't do it for the money. That's when money comes, and that's not our target. The money are not the target. It's actually the satisfaction that we have, the love that we give to people, and this is what is more important. And when you're on your path, when you do something you love, when you are stepped like 100%, and you're like, oh, you know, I love doing what I do, and I do it with care, with love towards people, and this is my target. This is not, you know, it's not the money. I'm not looking at the money or the outcome that I'm gonna get. I'm looking to help more people. That's when money comes. That's when people are supporting you, and they want to give you more and more, and even they pay you more than what you asked, right? That's when you can tell, okay, I'm on the right path, I'm doing the right thing, I'm helping people. Actually, they even pay me more than I asked. This is amazing. And that means you're in this flow of abundance. And don't forget, your monies are their money flow. That's why it's called money flow. There's a great book from Robert Kiyosaki which is called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I recommend you read it. If you haven't read it yet, read it, because that's where they explain very good about money, you know, because the mindset of a poor person, the mindset of a rich person, and not only that, they explain about the active money, the passive money, you know, the passive income, the active income, and things like that, you know. I need to reread it myself as well, because I haven't read it in a while. So I would recommend you read that book, and then you can very clearly educate yourself in this topic as well, if you haven't got much knowledge about it. So if you write down all of the things that you think they're limiting yourself, so maybe you think whoever is rich, they're bad people. Only bad people are rich. So they must have, you know, or money are dirty. Okay? Or maybe, you know, I cannot attract money because my family was poor, and maybe you're limiting yourself that way. Oh, you've always been like that, you know, we just have enough money to survive. Are you in a survival mode? What else are your limiting beliefs in terms of money? For example, I have a really good but positive belief about money. Is like I get the best quality for the best price, for the lowest price. I get the best quality for the lowest price. And actually I do, you know, I really do. When you set your mind like that, you're gonna get what you really want, and you're gonna get things really for a low price. If you like, you know, more expensive things, you're just gonna attract them because your mindset is like that, and you're just gonna be able to see them. So if you write down a few things that you are having as a limiting belief, or maybe being rich is a bad thing. Being rich is, you know, if you're rich, you're gonna lose something. So if you're rich, you're not gonna be able to have love. And it's very important to transform these limiting beliefs, right? So if you, let's say, oh, I'm not, or maybe being rich and wanting more money is greedy. That means greediness. And how you actually see money, you know? Do you see them as something good? What is actually money for you? Because money are here to serve you, not you to serve them. And also, I need to work hard for money. I had this, I was talking about this in the other video in Bulgarian. So actually, work smart, not hard. This is very important, because we have this mindset that we need to work more and more. Okay, realistically thinking, you have 24 hours. You are the only person who is, you know, your wheel going. So if you have decided that you're gonna work to earn your money, you're gonna be working only for survival. That's how you're gonna make money. You're not challenging yourself. You're not thinking creatively how I can do it, how I can do it differently. And then, you know, you have only 24 hours. If you decide to work 24/7, that's fine, you know, but what's going to happen with your health? And actually, health and money, they have the same energy. Have you realized that? Have you noticed? Okay? So look at these things. How are you feeling about this topic? Do you have any blockages? Do you limit yourself somehow? What are your limiting beliefs? Sit down and write them. Write hundreds of limiting beliefs that you have, or 50 maybe. Go into this writing flow of, okay, what is limiting me to create my business? What is limiting me to have more money? What is limiting me to charge more, for example? What is happening in this topic? And as I said, as I promised, we're going to do a meditation. So I hope that, guys, you are ready for this meditation, and you can sit very comfortably. And we're going to do that amazing meditation where we're going to break the loyalty to poverty. And I would love to hear if you guys can share with me how you felt. If you can't do it at the moment, you can come back to it and listen to it later. And as I said, if you guys share this video to more pages and you know, and things like that, we're gonna look whoever has shared this video, and we will praise somebody. I will give 2 sessions to 2 different people. So this is gonna be if you do it every day. So for the rest of the days, which is 7 days more to go, if you share every day my videos, you're going to get 1 session, which is going to be with family constellation. We're going to work on topic that you want. and the second to a second person. So we're gonna do 2 because I wanted to be in this flow of abundance and carry on the abundance, because today I received a free session as well, so I'm really happy about. And I thought and I decided, okay, let me do something for you, not to stop the money flow, because you know money likes to flow, they like to move, not only money, you know, the energy of abundance. So I decided I'm gonna be generous and I'm gonna give 2 sessions. One will be the matrix of success, which is numerology if you haven't found your purpose, and then the second one will be with family constellations. And if you don't really know what family constellation is, you're very welcome to go and watch the other videos that I've done the other 2 days, or you can visit my page on Facebook, which is Juliette Atanasova, and I have tagged it up in the description of this video. So if you are ready to do the meditation with me, you can sit comfortably. You can if you have your crossed legs or arms, please uncross them, or you can sit in lotus pose. You can gently close your eyes. You can take a deep breath in and out. And if you haven't done meditation so far, just follow my voice, close your eyes, breathe. If you have any thoughts or any noises around you, just try to ignore them and let them pass around you. Don't take them. Don't start thinking about the washing that you have to take out of the washing machine. Don't think about, you know, something else. You know, maybe you are hearing a sound of a car outside, or maybe a beeping sound or something like this. And just let them go around you. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath if you haven't closed them yet. And imagine yourself sitting by a very, very big tree. We are doing meditation for those of you who are just joining us now. And you can sit down and follow my voice. Close your eyes and imagine yourself sitting under a very, very big tree. And you have relaxed your back on this tree. And you are seeing the roots of this tree. They're so big. And you can see the top of this tree, you can see the leaves, you can see the whole crown of this tree. They're just falling down, and they're surrounding you, and you feel so protected because this is a big, massive tree. And you realize that this is your own family tree. This is the tree of your ancestors. And just see the warmth, just feel the warmth in your back. The warmth in your back. And just gently imagine how your parents are appearing in front of you. And just see your dad and look at your dad. And just see his dad behind him, his mom behind him. These are your grandparents from your dad's side. And just see behind your granddad, his granddad and his dad and his mom. And behind your grandma, her dad and her mom. And just see how they're expanding, and behind each one of them is their parents. And you see and you look back 7 generations back from your dad's side. And like the roots of a tree, they are just growing and expanding, and they're getting bigger and stronger. And then you see your mom, you look at your mom, you look at her eyes, you feel her energy. And then you see behind her your grandparents, her parents, and behind them their parents, your grandparents. And behind them their parents, your grandparents, and 7 generations back. And some of them you have met, some of them you haven't. Some of them you already know as an energy. I'm sure most of them you know already as an energy. You can feel their strength, you can feel their warmth. And you can just slowly stand up and walk in between all these people. And you can just go to the last 7 generations, which are the guardians of the whole family. You can go and see them. And then if you come back and you stand in front of them, and without opening your eyes, you can say it out loud. And I recommended you to say it out loud without opening your eyes. You can say, I am part of this family. I am your son or your daughter. And I belong to this family. And then you can say, I see you all. I see every and each one of you. And all of you belong to my family. And all of you have space in my heart, have place in my heart. And I will carry you all in my heart. And you can see I'm seeing your suffering. And I know that everything you did was for our family to survive. And I deeply honor you, and I'm deeply grateful for you. And if you have any tears or anything, you let them go. You let them. Allow your emotions, because this is good, this cleansing. And you can say, my ancestors, my grandparents, those of you who've suffered because of poverty, because of war, because of not having money. Maybe some of you have lost their life in order for us to survive, have food, money. Please bless me. Please give me your blessing to have a bit of a better life than you had, a bit more abundant than you had. And it's very important to say a bit, not a lot, or I want to be more than you and things like that, because when we do that, we inflame ourselves. We make ourselves we're bigger than them, we're something bigger than them, and we're not. So we need to respect. We need to really respect them. And just feel how they're giving you their blessing, all of their blessing. And you receive it in your heart, because we're doing this meditation with our open heart. And then if you look, you keep on looking at every one of them, and you can say, grandparents, whoever have lived in abundance and had money and everything, please give me creativity. Please bless me with imagination and creativity and inspiration. And just receive that in your heart. Take a deep breath. Look at your mom and dad and say, Mom and Dad, thank you. Thank you for the life you gave me. I take it from you as a great present. And I will make something good out of it in your honor. In every person in my family, in their honor. And you can bow in your imagination in front of them. You can bow. And then if you imagine yourself standing, turning your back towards your parents. And imagine everybody goes under this tree and you are just outside of this tree. And you just feel the support from everybody behind you. Your mom is on your left side, your dad is on your right side. And everyone behind them. And in front of you is the future, and everybody from your family looks towards the future. And you can feel the warm sun on your skin. You can see the big field. You can see your future. you can see you going forward, maybe attracting more clients in your business, maybe attracting more money, maybe attracting more opportunities. Maybe somebody comes and offers you to be your business partner, and you expand. And just feel the support, feel the love, feel the blessing. And you can slowly come back and open your eyes. And I would love if you guys share with me how you felt in this meditation, because it's quite important to me to have your feedback. The meditations are very powerful, and I would recommend you do it and share it with somebody who will benefit from it. And whoever shares the most this video, and in the next few days until the end of the challenge, my videos I will give a prize, a present for that. We're gonna count the person who have shared the most, and I'm gonna give a free session with me. One will be with family constellation for one person, and then the other one will be with matrix of success, which is a numerology. So it will be really exciting for you guys. If you want to win a prize, share this video with somebody who would benefit from it. Thank you very much for being with me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.